Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land. This is Good Times for All, or Zachary Zabala here if you prefer. It is 4:20, well, 4:30 in the morning actually. Turn you around here. You can see it's 37 degrees this evening. It's supposed to get back down in the 30s. But I've got stuff going on, so I'm not gonna come out here this afternoon. But yeah, if anybody, I can't. It's like my church day almost. You know, this is a sacred time of year. But enough about that kind of stuff. I'm pulling up already through Michigan City. I'm looking at the marina right now, getting ready to pull into Washington Park. Here's the sign. I love it because the beach is open right now. In the summertime and stuff, they will charge you money to come in every day. Moon is full. I gotta pay attention to where I'm driving here. Yeah, it's a full moon tonight. It's not gonna be setting behind the city though. I was really hoping that the moon was gonna set right behind the city, but it's gonna be at about 260 degrees, and that'll be south of where I'll be looking, pretty well south. But we are at the beach parking lot. I see one car. Oh, there's a bunch of, oh, that's the marina. Wow, people are already out on their boats. That's awesome. Oh yeah, I could see the skyline. I need to get some measurements from this spot that I parked at last time. I brought all my gear. Oh yeah, you can see the skyline. It doesn't appear as, let me turn all this stuff off. Oh, thanks, Sandra. Alright, I'm gonna set you guys up here for a second. It is really cold out there, and I'm gonna get all geared up. It's gonna take me a second. I'm gonna be out here for a couple hours probably, so I mean, when you're working outside, no big deal. I got tripods this time. We are set up this time. We're ready. Oh, come on, lights. But I'm very into keeping your body warm. I don't want to get sick again. This is the first time I've been sick in years, and I got my night vision monocle. I'm going to try and get it so you guys can take a look through that too. It's about 37 degrees with a 4-mile-an-hour wind, and it's coming from the north. Ooh, the waves are beautiful. They're actually coming in today. It's going to sound nice. But that's a good thing that the wind's coming from, I mean, it's going to be a little bit colder for me, but it blows all the smog away from Chicago, from Northwest Indiana. All right, I'm going to look like a nutter here, but this thing is so warm. I got this at a survivalist shop. This is, what does it say? Chinese Mask Extreme Cold Weather Cotton Nylon White Light Industries Incorporated. Yeah, this thing is so awesome. I gotta take my glasses off real quick. You like mold it onto your face a little bit. And it really just mostly helps with your mouth. Keeping your mouth covered like that. It helps tremendously. Got my glasses. If it gets real bad, I got my keep the wind out of my eyes. I also have a hand crank radio with a dynamo on it, so I'm not going to have to come back to the to my vehicle to charge up the battery on my phone. I'm just going to sit out there and crank this thing, and it should keep it charged the whole time. So that's a plus. Yeah, I tried to come prepared. Oh, we got gloves. Okay. And I want to find a good spot too, to where I can come back a lot this summer and not have people walking in front of me and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to find a spot up on the walkway, kind of elevated, away from, I don't know. I know they want to have stuff in the foreground and stuff like that, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Let's head on out there. Make sure I have my keys so I don't... Yeah, okay, good. You can't beat a good pair of leather gloves that have insulation in them. Yeah, for anybody just showing up, it's about 37 degrees, a 5-mile-an-hour northerly wind. How do, Richard? A little chilly, so I'm dressed for it. Wow, I wish you guys could see what I see. The phone wouldn't do it any justice. So many waves rolling in. We'll go down there and listen to it a little bit. I'm gonna set you down for 1 second. Get all my gear on me. Sorry folks, I gotta, I think I left the lights on. I can't. It's kind of early here, and I'm not sure if I turn the lights off or not. So I'm gonna sit here and wait a second and see if they go out. We'll go walk down by the beach real quick. Hello, Anita. How we doing today? Ooh, the sun's starting to... Can you guys hear that? Yeah, these are small waves, Lake Michigan waves. yeah, that's a good thing though. We got the wind coming from the north, which blows all the smog away from the city to the south. Gives us a pretty good clear view. Now the humidity again, well actually, we're not gonna go by what they say. I have all my gear out here. We're gonna get air temp, we're gonna get water temp, humidity, all the good stuff, ground temp. And we're gonna find out for ourselves. I mean, we are here. And the water temp and air temp are very, very close right now. They're just about equal. So we should get some good views. I don't have enough hands, folks. Sorry about that all. Oh, I don't have enough hands. I'm gonna try and get this so you guys can see. I'm gonna put it in my coat pocket here. It's gonna be turned funny for a little while. Sorry about that. Oh, come on. Yeah, no, that drops too far down in there. Okay, I'm heading out there right now. No, I think some of them are scared to wake up. Too many people, they think if they ignore it that it'll go away. If they don't make any noise and they're not seen, then they won't be bothered. And it doesn't work that way, folks. If we don't all stand up together now and help each other or help the people that need help, nobody's going to be there to help you when you need help. Oh man, I was hoping somebody was going to come out here and try to scare me. Somebody from NASA or something. Another truck behind me. Alright, I'm going to have to resituate my hands. I am definitely going to have to figure out a new way to carry all this stuff. Yeah, I'm ready for Bill. Bill can suck it. Wow, the sky looks so beautiful. Dan Dimension would love this view right here. If I wasn't getting Skyline time lapses, I'd get a time lapse of that. No, Anita, you speak however you wish. Alright guys, sorry about this. I'm going to put you in my pocket for a minute. I just don't have enough hands to carry everything. So, it's only going to take me a couple minutes to walk down there. I'm probably going to be talking, but I don't know if you'll hear me or not. So just bear with me for a moment. But yeah, it is very clear. It's supposed to rain this afternoon, they're saying, but be 37% humidity. Or no, never mind, strike that. It's supposed to rain tomorrow. But yeah, you can definitely see the lights on the buildings out there right now. There is no doubt about it. I can't see any of the lights along the shore, but that does not mean my camera can't. Remember, we talked about angular resolution and how when you have a bigger lens, the limit you can see gets bigger, the distance. Now it all depends on atmosphere as well, but I really would like to try and catch a reflection off some of the buildings from the sunrise. That would be kind of hard to disprove. What is the sunlight bending around and hitting the building, and then the light is bouncing back, also bending around in the same way? I don't think that'd be possible. So I need to find, I don't know, with the way light can be bent by atmosphere and stuff, that's just a shot of luck, I believe. I mean, you could plan accordingly and be somewhat in the area, but to know exactly, I don't know if that's possible. Yeah, there's not many boats in the marina, but there's a few. Oh man, I'm getting hot already. But when I sit down and just sit there, I'm not going to be all that hot anymore, I guarantee it. All right, we're coming up to the break wall right now, folks. Just give me a couple more minutes, please. People were asking me all week, aren't you scared to go out there? How many people are stupid enough to be out here this early in the morning when it's 37 degrees doing stuff like this? I'm thinking of doing it from the top of the break wall so people that are walking by aren't going to be getting in my way so much later on in the year when I do evening shots as well. And I want to do it all from pretty much the exact same spot. I'm going to make my mark somewhere. Wow, the moon is beautiful right now. I'll show you guys. I'm a sunrise type of guy though. I mean, I love the moon, but something about the sunrise that just puts me in awe every time. Wow, water came up over the edge here. Wow, water's coming up over the edge down there. Okay, I'm not going all the way down there, folks.
I'm gonna go take a closer look, but yeah, I just saw it come up over the edge. That's the one thing that stinks about the northerly wind. It'll blow stuff up on here. If it's not too wet way down there, I'll go all the way down, but yeah, it's soaked right here. Trying to turn it around with my nose, the camera, ain't gonna work. Yeah, I don't think I should do this here, folks. This whole thing is all wet, and I am not having my camera good. So, well, no. I'm gonna go all the way up onto the lighthouse. Man, I wanted to do it from right here. Yeah, isn't it? I mean, this whole deck is wet, so they had... Oh, it's still splashing over. Forget all that noise. I'm heading back. Not home or anything, but... Yeah, this whole deck is soaked. Oh yeah, I can hear the spray over my shoulders. Oh yeah, I can see the Skyline lights, Dan. With my bare eyes, no problem. Sunrise is looking gorgeous right now. It's not near to being up, but it's already... You can see the whole spectrum of the rainbow. Red, orange, yellow, blue, green, indigo, violet. I'll show you guys here. As soon as I get to a spot where it's never been wet, I'm gonna park up camp there for now. Okay, we should be good right around here. I don't know, folks. I don't even know if I'm gonna go out and take all these measurements today because, well, I need to pick a spot that's not gonna get wet. I don't know. I'll still take all the measurements, but I want to find that perfect spot where I'm not going to be bothered. Bear with me 1 minute, please. Alright, folks. Look at that sunrise behind me. Isn't that just gorgeous? And this is an hour before sunrise. And it's already that. I'll see if I can't set it up here. See, watch that while I'm getting all set up here. Whew. bear with me, folks. What's going on with my camera? Alrighty, folks. Sorry about that. Okay, you can see the lights pretty good. I have my camera closed right now because when you take time lapses with it, it really drains the battery down a lot. Wow! Oh my gosh, folks! I don't even want to look at the city lights right now. I just want to stare at this. But I'm gonna get it set up down here on the bottom because it's cold up here on this deck. It's like really. The ground thermometer just took off on me. And there's the moon on the other side. Turn around. Yeah, I love it out here, folks. Hey, Daniel Pratt, what's going on, man? I don't think I've ever spoken to you before. Oh, I forgot my chair. I knew I forgot something. All right, give me 1 second again, folks. Here, I'll let you guys look at the dark. What am I thinking? I'll let you guys stare at that for a minute. I'm gonna set up a little bit more down here. All right, folks. Let me take this mask thing off. We're gonna do the water temp test right now. Oh. Yeah, we're gonna be doing the water temperature test. I don't even know if you guys can see it. Let me get down here. No, I doubt you'll be able to see it. Whoa. Yeah, the water's very cold, folks. The water is very cold. Ah, damn it. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, I'm getting wet. I'm out of here. I didn't have enough time to get the reading. I need a string or something to drop this thing down in here. Here's my thermometer. I'll break out, let me get my flashlight out here. Oh, set it up here. And there's the old P610 doing its job. Yeah, it's chilly. They say 37, but I'm gonna check it right now. Oh, it's still dropping. Saying 40 something. Humidity. Yeah, I just took it out of my bag. We'll give it a minute. And then there's the ground thermometer. Got all soaked. Yeah, it's going, Jimmy. It's taking pictures right now, man. Not much more I can do but wait. I don't know what you want me to do. I'm out here doing it. Oh, now I'm going to, let's see, what is the, okay, 71% on my phone. I'm gonna, I have my little radio with a dynamo on it. Oh, thanks, Dan. Yeah, just trying to do my part. I would love to sit up there and watch that, but it's cold, folks. So I'm just gonna sit down here. My gloves all wet. That stinks. Yeah, this is a very cool little. Yeah. No, there aren't too many people out here. This thing has a little USB port in the back that I can charge stuff with. I gotta turn it on. And on the front, it's got a hand crank dynamo where I can charge. There you go, fishing for truth. Beautiful. But yeah, it's got a little hand crank on it. I only paid 20 bucks for this thing. Steel. They were 50 forever, and I just waited them out. And they were going out of business. Yeah, it was a Radio Shack. Yeah, the ever elusive curvature fish, no doubt. Okay. You guys will still be able to hear me, but I'd like to give you guys a better view than my ugly face wearing this mask. So I'm going to turn you guys around and maybe look at the moon here. Oh man. Yeah, but if anybody, I'll say it again, if anybody lives around here, tonight would be perfect. Tonight it's going to be back down in the 30s again. And 30% humidity. Oh, ooh.
Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that, folks. I'm going to try to get it set up on my knees then somehow for you.
Oh, thanks, Richard. Have a great day, man. No, I don't think so either, Anita. It's one of those, wow, what are you doing out here? And why are you wearing that mask? Yeah, people don't like it when you can't see, they can't see your face. Oh, I heard a duck. It's probably out there on that little island thing. See, this is a marina right here. This water in front of me, the reason it isn't all crazy and hectic is this is an inlet for the marina. There's just an opening out towards the right over here that, oh, come on. Yeah, there's an opening towards the right for the ships to come in and out. They probably dredged all this out. There's some big ships that can come in here. Oh, cool. I charged my dynamo as much as I could so I wouldn't have to sit here and crank it too much. But yeah, I'm at 67%. It should... Oh, how did it just drop? I didn't, since it is 77% humidity, it's not nearly as, I don't see as far down the buildings. So we're going to sit out here and I'm going to collect all kinds of data. So we're going to find out, you know, when the humidity is so high, how much you can see compared to how much it is. Now see, the thing is though, this is a long distance. And to compare something over that amount of space, I mean, at 10 miles, something could happen to the weather and it could be totally different. And then at 30 miles at the Chicago shoreline, it could be even totally... So to get the exact same conditions all the time would be... That'd be rough. Yeah, I'm not sure where it's supposed to be right now. I was hoping it was going to set behind the city, but... No such luck. There we go. I get that all the time, Anita. I can't stand that. Yeah, if anybody ever used the U.S. Naval Observatory, I can't get into it anymore. It doesn't even come up. It's like a page not found. And this is a U.S. military funded site, you know, one of the highest funded organizations in the world. And you can't go see where the moon and sun are supposed to be right now. That's weird. I looked at that thing 3 times a day for almost a year straight. And it was never down, not one time. Yeah, I'm just sitting here hand cranking this. So actually, I'm going to put it on battery for a little while. Let's see, nope, it doesn't charge it. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to have to sit here and crank this thing, folks. Yeah, the moon looks so beautiful right now to the naked eye. It's getting low enough to where you can see everything, all the... It's almost like it's not too bright, almost like an orange. battery is still dying, folks. It's still going down. This isn't good. I can go back to the car, and I really don't like the idea of leaving my camera out here, but I have a good view on it. I think that's what I'm gonna do right now. I really don't like leaving my stuff out here, but if anybody pulls up, I'll just come running out here. Yeah, the temperature now is saying 39, 40, and the humidity is reading 60, 63, 64. Yeah, night vision isn't going to work anymore. Man, I really don't want to leave my camera out here, but I think I'll be all right. There is nobody out here. Wow, look at that, folks. All turning blue, and then you still get just gorgeous. Okay, I'm gonna start walking back over here. There's our lovely power plant, all lit up. Man, this stinks. Oh, I need my phone charger cord. Yeah, that's weird, Anita. You would think they shouldn't do that, but since they say the moon is moving itself in the opposite direction of the spin, there should definitely be some kind of a parallax, one would think. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure out something for maybe I'm just gonna have to take them from the parking lot somewhere. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, folks, because I don't want to go to different spots, like park here, park there, but I can't do it live on my phone unless I get some kind of battery charger system to go along with it. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with being able to do all this live. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I enjoy it though. There's no way the trolls can say anything about it, you know. I take the picture right there and I do it, and then I show you guys. Yeah, it just eats it up, man. It sucks. Oh, the birds flying by. Water breaking up on the coming up over the edge. Not near my camera though. That should be cool. Yeah, when I was here last weekend, it was super calm. Wow, I can see a mirage over there, like in Michigan. You guys can't see it on my phone. But like right out there, you can see like floating islands, it looks like almost. Yeah, actually measuring this stuff, folks, is almost impossible. Measuring anything optically, trying to do it with the atmosphere the way it is. Wow, that line is beautiful. My phone doesn't pick it up as well as my eyes do. But you can see the light coming. like Dan Dimension says, the light isn't coming. It's like a different source of light. It's not the direct sunlight doing that. It's another form of electricity. I'm sure you all are familiar with Dan Dimension. Does some great stuff. Oh, don't tell me somebody's walking up here now, coming up here now. I don't want to turn around and start walking back. The horizon is flat too. All right, not doing too bad. Yeah, yeah, as soon as they see my face. What the fuck? Oh, sorry, excuse me all. That one slipped. This is early morning, is usually work time for me. I'm at work and we all speak like sailors there. That one slipped, I apologize. Oh, there's a few more people here now. Howdy. Someone else getting some pics? Yeah, this stinks, folks. I'm at 57%. I'm going to plug it in and keep an eye on this walkway, and then if anybody starts walking down it, I might leave you guys in the car and just, I don't know. I don't like my camera being out there. There's another photographer out here. See, most of the people that come out here are photographers this early in the morning. Wow, that moon is gorgeous. Another guy out here on the beach getting pictures. Yeah, I mean, a lot of photographers come and get the lighthouse and the city behind it. Wow, the city is really lit up. That's awesome. I should get a really good time lapse this time. I don't know if I should keep doing the time lapses or just come out here and snap a bunch of pics. I mean, the time lapses show that they're not moving or anything, but I really like to catch the atmospherics that the time lapses catch. In case there is some kind of weird atmospheric thing going on. Where are you going? Okay, he's not going up the walkway. Ooh, that scared me, folks. I thought I had left the keys in the vehicle, even though I checked like 100 times. Should I? Yeah, well, I don't know if, I think I should still be able to see it if they're that far apart. The way, well, in the heliocentric model, blah, 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 garbage. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to plug this in for a little bit, folks, and see if I can't I think that's got to be a year end then, Wobbly, because I haven't had one
bad signal or anything like that yet. The keys in my pocket. Yeah, and I'm going to be looking that way, folks. I'm not ignoring you guys. I got to keep an eye on my camera. Oh, man. I need to smell my face. Extremely warm. Extremely warm. All right, that truck left. All right, it's at 52%, but it is charging. So we should be all right. Well, I don't think you guys want to look at my ugly mug. You guys want to watch that sunrise some more? Let's see if I can't get it set up to where you can see it and still hear me. Come on. I'm gonna have to do some finagling here, looks like. Oh. No, that ain't gonna work. I'll just hold it. Come on, lights, go off. Start this up. Can you hear me now, Wobbly? Oh, that'd be a pretty view. Yeah, I was getting so prepared for this yesterday, and you still forget stuff. I had a nice long cord, maybe out straight, I don't know. I'm trying to find somewhere I can set you guys that people bringing their boats out. Yeah, I love boat life. All right, it's going up, my charger. So as soon as it gets back charged up to at least, like, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if anybody goes walking out that way. I wonder if this guy's looking for Curve. He's in his car over here looking at his pictures now. Oh, he's putting his gloves back on. Maybe he's going back out. I've been trying to keep an eye on chat now. Have any trolls showed up at all? I think I only had 2 last week. Oh, wonderful, Anita. Yeah, for some reason, someone told me they were, people were sharing my videos with them, that last one, and they were saying it was a mirage. They couldn't call refraction, so they called it a mirage. I thought that was hilarious. So we're gonna keep catching pictures of this everlasting mirage out here. Wow, the moon is beautiful. This kid looks like he's got a nice setup. See, now that's crazy if they say the moon is in line with Ecuador. Because, I mean, that's east that way, right there. Actually, oh, my compass is out there. Yeah, but the moon is north of me right now. It's north of my position. And it, or no, it can't be, because they said it was going to set at 260 degrees. So maybe I'm just turned. Yeah, I'm so used to being on country roads that all run east, west, north, south. That usually when I'm on a road, it's like, oh, okay, so this is east. Yeah, that's weird. I'm going back out there, folks. I'm gonna just bring you guys with me. But yeah, I'm not leaving my camera out there. No way. Ain't gonna happen. Oh no, he's just right here. Okay. Just trying to keep an eye on that walkway. It's pretty much, that is the only way out there. Unless you're coming like from the power plant or something. Not yet. Yeah, it gets really bright around here, doesn't it? I mean, it is really bright outside. And the sun isn't even close to being up. That's how it always is around here. I do live, we are in a valley right here. Just spray painted on my vehicle. Yeah, we do. Oh, I forget what they call it, but they say glaciers came out of Lake Michigan, you know, and they came this way and they rolled down this way. So on that side, there's like a hill, and then on this side of it, there's a hill. And they say there was 2 big giant glaciers that came down and carved into Indiana. And I live, it's actually one of the flattest spots in Indiana. It's for 27 miles. It only changes feet of 30 in elevation over that 27 miles. And I was actually going to do some, because I can see this one power plant from over 22 miles away. And there's only maximum of 30-foot elevation difference. Yeah. And I can see way down. I can see the whole smokestack and actually parts of the building of the actual power plant building. Whoa, is that a... No, it's just a seagull. A really dark colored seagull. I thought I saw a bald eagle for a second out here. I was like, no way, they don't hang out here. They are coming back to Indiana, though. We're starting to see them more and more. They've been putting habitats up for them and whatnot. I think the tallest smokestack on that power plant is 500 feet. And you can see it with the naked eye from over 22 miles away. And on super clear days, you can see the smoke just billowing up into the sky. Usually it's just white haze on white haze, you know, you don't see any of that. But on clear, real clear days, it's which makes you wonder how high is all that smog up there, all that stuff. Because even if the clouds are, you know, miles high or whatever, I should still see the whiteness of that power plant, the smoke billowing out of it, like this right here. See that smoke coming out of there? The other one is, it's a lot more smoke. It's a whole lot more smoke because they have a lot more. They have cooling ponds. They don't use the lake. They have their own built-in cooling ponds, and those things, they pump out all kinds of steam. In the wintertime, it's really neat looking, but only on clear days. When it's like hazy, you can't see any of it. So it makes you wonder how low all this cloud and fog, smog crap really is. Because if it's blocking out things that you should see prominently at 500 feet, oh, I wish I had another camera. I need another one. Try and get that. Those islands right over there are doing some crazy stuff. No, my camera sucks. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can see a building that's way less than that. It's way less than 240 feet. Okay, this guy is walking. He's walking. I can see his head over the back of that truck. So nobody else has walked down that walkway. Yeah, I wish I could be out there showing you guys the view right now, but the stupid battery on my phone. Not very much. This isn't an iPhone or anything. This is a cheapy $50 throwaway phone. I've broken so many phones. Hey, Ron, good to see you again. Welcome back, man. Yeah, pretty good view. The John Hancock Tower, or no, that might be the Sears Tower. Now the Sears should be on the left of that. There's another tower there right in the middle. Oh, you can't really see it. No, this phone is garbage. Oh, it's not garbage. It makes phone calls and allows me to do this with you guys, so could be worse. Yeah, I have my camera out there right now taking a time lapse. We'll go walk out there. I got 60 on my phone. I'll go walk out there and just walk back. Why not? Make sure everything is nice and copacetic. And it's a beautiful morning out anyway. It's almost 50 degrees now, I think. Or did it say 40? Yeah, the moon is looking beautiful. It's starting to get orange. The sun's not quite up yet, but it's a-coming. It's on its way. So we're heading out to the break wall to where I have my, actually left my camera out there and all the stuff. But this early in the morning, there aren't too many people out here. Most people are getting ready to go fishing, using boat launch, stuff like that. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14 fishing rods. Those guys are doing some fishing. It's neat when they have all those things set up like that. They can set those rods out and they'll cast out, you know, 5 or 6 on each side. And they run them like 1/8 of a mile to a half mile out. I mean, it's not like they're close to the boat when they go trolling out there. When you're going for the, when you're going fishing for, oh, he's doing some cool stuff. Yeah, he's taking perspective pictures, it looks like, of all these. I think he's a real photographer. Somebody that comes out here and actually, you know, sells his photos. Oh, that moon is beautiful looking. Well, I got my camera here, man. It's taking pictures right now of the skyline real well. Ooh. Put these gloves in my pocket. I don't know why I'm carrying stuff around so much. Oh, sorry about that, Wobbly. I'll try and tuck it in a little bit better. Yeah, once I get on the other side of this break wall, it should get a lot better. Yeah, let's turn this around. You guys don't see my ugly mug. Watch the sun over my shoulder. You know how heavy that phone would be? I didn't get the P900. I went and got the P610 just for the weight, pretty much alone. And I mean, the cost was another factor. It was about $200 cheaper. But the weight, it weighs 0.8 of a pound lighter. It's like 1.1 pounds, and the P900 is 1.9 pounds, almost 2 pounds. And anybody who's out here taking pictures and stuff and has their camera hanging around their neck knows that walking around all day. Imagine that P900, it gets heavy. I know it's got to, because my P610 starts wearing on my neck after a little while. And it's about half as heavy. But I think it's that monster lens that they put in that thing. It's amazing. Yeah, the marina. I miss that place. I used to come here every weekend. I think it was like 1, 2, in that second row right there. 316, I think it was.
the dock number. My uncle's boat was called the Patty Joe. I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of firsts out here at this beach. A lot of firsts, trying all kinds of stuff and doing things like that. Yeah, the P900 is a beast when it comes to weight. It really is. The tripods, you're saying you have trouble finding a tripod to hold it, you go and get a, I even got one for my P610, because these tripods, they barely hold that thing. Not that well. I mean, when the wind comes, what you do is you go and get a telescope tripod. Because they're much, you know, a nice big one. That's what I did. So I have my cheapy crappy one that I use to hold my phone. Not a cheapy crappy one, but a one made for a camera, and I use that to hold my phone when I'm doing stuff. Oh, I'm sorry guys. I didn't mean to bother you. Ducks flying away now. But yeah, I use an actual telescope tripod. Yeah, there's a haze over there. You can see the ones that are lit up real well, but I wonder what that is. I think that's Trump Tower, or either that or the Aeon building, AEON. Yeah, everything's here. I'm gonna take some of the stuff that I don't need out here back. There's no point. Still 39 degrees. Almost 85% humidity now. Yeah, that's why I bet the buildings actually went away a little bit, even more. We'll see in the time lapse when it's done. I'm gonna check to make sure that my time lapse is actually taking the pictures still, like it should be doing. Put some of this stuff back. Yeah, the dynamo didn't work. I thought it would. I tested it at home, but I didn't test it while I was streaming. I should have done a stream test. I'm gonna jump up. Well, crap. I'm gonna come down here and do it. I don't want to walk in front of it. My luck would be taking a picture as soon as I can. Wow, look at this. Tell me that isn't a picture. Bird on the beach down there. Oh no, Sandra, that stinks. Did you get the warranty with it? I know Nikon has a really good warranty for the P610, at least where I got mine, to where I could pretty much spike the thing like I just scored the last touchdown in a Super Bowl or something like that, and they'll replace it. It was like, I think it's 75 bucks a year only. Not too bad. And my camera, it's a special type of warranty. But yeah, if you drop it in the water, if you drop it and break the lens or anything like that, it's not just internal parts or anything like that, it's actually handling damage. Get it out of the way. Oh yeah, it's still taking pictures. Sweet. Sun's not quite up yet, but isn't that beautiful? That camera makes it look like there's something already like floating up there. That's weird. When I turn around this way, it doesn't do it. Did you notice that? And then when I turn it around this way, whoa, that's trippy. Yeah, yeah, that's what I was thinking, Sandra. It looked like the sun was kind of already up. The lenses are different, obviously, but I don't know what the difference is. Wow, the moon is low and beautiful. It's pink. You see that? I know they say this month is supposed to be like the pink moon, but wow, that's crazy. They don't call it that because it turns pink. They actually call it that because the flowers that grow along the mountains this time of year are pink. Yeah, Sandra, but I mean, it's just a name. They call it that. It has to do with the flowers on the mountain, they say. The pink flowers that bloom this time of year. Every month has a different name for their full moon. And this one is the pink moon, and but it's actually pink. I mean, like, again, it could be all the atmosphere. There is a lot of smog and stuff in that direction. Northwest Indiana, Chicago. I can actually see some of the smog billowing up from one of the steel mills there. That's awesome. I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's because you get these northerly winds. Yeah, you can see see how everything is blowing away from me? Usually this doesn't happen. When we get northerly winds on Lake Michigan, it usually happens in November or December. They call them the gales of November, or nor'easters. Yeah, look at the water. I am so glad I didn't go down there. Well, how much battery do I got left here? 50%. Yeah, we're gonna walk down here real quick. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I wanted to go way down here, and I'm so glad I didn't. Yeah, the waves are coming in at such a direction that, yeah, you can see it's even, look at this. It tossed that stuff up over the edge. Hey, Chris, what's going on, man? Bummer about your Pike Peaks journey yesterday. But like we were talking about, don't worry. It'll be there next week, the week after, hopefully, right? Waves, I'd say maybe 3-footers rolling in. These were so fun to swim in the winter right here. Yeah, I wish I could get those islands over there. Not islands, but it looks like it's all floating. Yeah, I don't want to go too much further down, folks. It's starting to splash up over, but yeah, see, the whole deck is wet. I didn't want to. I was trying to get the water temp. It says it's about 36 degrees right now. And there's the moon just going down. Oh, here it is, folks. Here comes the sun. Do, 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 do. Here comes the sun. I love George Harrison. My mom's favorite Beatle. They say he wrote that song in Eric Clapton's garden one morning after having a fight with his wife. Look, as I'm moving, oh my God, the sun went back down. Yeah, Eric Harrison. Yeah, those got to be the steel mills in Indiana right there. That one is Porter, probably. South Haven, maybe. And those have to be over in Gary. That's a ways away from here. I can't see any of the buildings with my eyes, but I can see all the smokestacks coming up. That's unusual. You don't usually see that from here. It's that wind blowing from the north. So much power here. so much power being generated by this lake that we are just, I mean, we could harness this power and really not affect too much of the lake and how it works and all that kind of stuff. Why? Oh, it's upsetting. All the free stuff that we should have. There's a helicopter coming. Maybe a drone? No, that's a helicopter. I can't see it through my phone just yet. It should be appearing right up there. Now, wasn't that weird? That helicopter just came out of thin air, folks. Right on my camera. How did that happen? Shouldn't this camera lens be able to see forever, just like our eyes and blah, 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 blah? That was pretty cool. I could see with my eyes, no problem. With the camera, that was a perfect example of angular resolution limit. It could not pick up. Now watch, we're going to watch it disappear. See a little dot right there? Now you could barely see it on my camera. I see it perfect with my eyes still. And there you go, it's gone. On my camera, I don't know if you can see it or not, but I can see it still, clear as day with my eyes. So that was a perfect example of the angular resolution limit of my eye being greater than the angular resolution limit of this lens. That thing just disappeared into nowhere, just like the sun and moon do, folks. Now they're so big that our angular resolution limit cuts them off at the bottom. Whoa! Do you see that? That's the Chicago skyline right there, folks, on my phone. That building is so lit up. Oh, yeah! Yeah! Woo! I caught a reflection of the buildings, folks. I know my camera's picking it up. Oh, that is awesome. Yeah! What are they going to say now? The sun's reflecting off that building. The sun's bending around the curve and hitting that building and then bending the light back around. Oh, thank you, Chris. Awesome idea. Man. I was going to wait to come out here tonight, I was thinking, because it's going to be so much clearer. Again, if anybody is around this area, I know most people around this area are sleeping right now, but if you know anybody around the lake, tonight it's going to be back down in the 30% humidity range. And I know that you could see, you might be able to get Lakeshore Drive like I did last week. I can't do it though. I've got very important things going on this afternoon. Those people that join me later on, I'll explain then. It has to do with alchemy and stuff like that, folks. But it's a very sacred day for me, a very important day. And I got to get back to the thing so I can charge. I just saw that light shining, and oh, that got me pumped. That is a building right there, folks. Lit up by the sun, like crazy lit up. Oh, yeah. But, yeah, no, things have, you know, things happen in cycles, and and you have to do things at certain times. Alchemy is science. It's something that I've been practicing making medicines and stuff like that, because I don't trust the medical industries. And, alchemy has just as much to do with astrology as it does with plants, as it does with chemistry. You combine all that stuff, but you also put yourself into it. You are an ingredient just as well as all those other things. Wow, I'm gonna walk down this. Yeah, exactly, it's real science. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, there's people walking out here, folks. So I need to, and it's at 34%. I don't want to end it right now, but I think I'm going to, because people are coming out here and I don't want my camera to stop. What time is it? How long has it been? I think I started at around 5. Oh, it's only been an hour? Or no, I started around 4:30. I don't know. I know I got that pig though right there. That's the one I was coming for. They're not. I gotta get my battery charged. They're coming out here too, folks. I gotta grab my camera. Yeah, I'm not leaving my stuff out here with people coming out here. I can't do it. And I don't want you guys to sorry about the wind. Yeah, I'm up on the brake wall right now. I'm going towards my phone, or my camera. Come on. Camera's not wanting to. I don't know what's going on here. There it goes. Alright, I'm just going to throw this bad boy around my neck. I've carried this thing every day with me for the last 3 years, all except for 3 days when I let a good friend at work, this lady I know, borrowed it to take pictures of her grandchild while she was visiting. She borrowed it all weekend. Oop, I almost left my thermometer under one of them. Oh, that was awesome. Seeing those buildings light up like that, that made my day, folks. Talking cloud 9. Maybe you might have heard it in my voice when I saw it. I got a little bit excited. Just a little bit. Oh yeah, they were coming out here to fish. I mean, it's not that I don't trust people, but you know. Okay, you guys are gonna have to go back in my pocket one more time. I'll try to keep you above. Actually, I know how I can do that. I was thinking about this. Put that in there. And have you up here like that. Whoop. Turn this thing set. There we go. Alright, now you should be able to see what I see. Okay, onward. People are going to think I'm crazy sitting here talking to myself. Oh. Actually, howdy guys. Doing some fishing. This guy's smart. He brings his own chair. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna maybe try to get another time lapse in here. Oh yeah, there's even more of the buildings lit up. Awesome. I'll go back to my spot. I'll set up these cameras and whatnot, start a time lapse, and then I'm going to turn this around. Then I'm going to take some measurements. The measurements that some of the gentlemen that are analyzing the pictures I took last week wanted. Whew. Science is a workout sometimes, folks. Don't let anybody ever tell you any different. Getting your equipment to places and all that stuff. I never had so much respect. No, I don't have a 360 Cosmic. No, I got my camera. I got too many other toys that I want. Too many experiments that need to be done in order for me to verify things for myself. Don't get me wrong, I trust a lot of the stuff that we see, but taking someone else's word for anything means you don't know it, you believe it, you know? And I want to actually do the stuff. I want to know. I think that's what real scientists do. They don't look for a certain answer, you know? They just look for the truth. There is no right answer. There's only the truth. That's all there is. Everything else is just a show. Yeah, I'm gonna get some pictures of that over there too. Whew. Carrying all this gear, I'm gonna have to figure something out about I'm gonna have to figure something out about getting out, like a wagon or something to help carry some of this stuff out here. Well, it'll be lighter once I'm not carrying around that big bulky radio, and I got my night vision I didn't even look at. When I come out here at night, we'll do one of those. I was thinking about doing like a 18-hour, maybe 12-hour time lapse from out here. Like all night. Once darkness sets all the way through the morning on a clear night. See what we can get. Hey Luke, what's going on, man? Nice to see you. Yeah, I got some great pics, Luke. I'm gonna take some more here right now. I'm just getting back to the vehicle so my camera doesn't die. Did you guys see somebody caught something from Michigan somewhere, and he caught the Milwaukee Skyline 85 miles away with his iPhone? Check it out. Yeah, it's insane. 85 miles with an iPhone. He caught a skyline of a city. I don't know his elevation or anything like that, but this was on a one of the news sites. They were showing pictures that people were taking last week of the Chicago skyline from here on our local news. They did not mention this time that it was a mirage either. It was funny. I didn't get to see it. I was looking for it. Someone I help out, I take care of an old lady, and she was telling me, because I tell her about all this flat earth stuff. She was telling me, they were showing the pictures that you showed me on the news from Michigan City. And I was like, I didn't want to correct her and say I doubt it was my picture that they were using. There's a lot of people out here, but yeah, she was laughing about it. Yeah, and they didn't say that it was a mirage this time either. Yeah, 85 miles, Chris. Did you see the article or anything?
Oh. Okay. I was going to say I'm going to sit down and warm up for a second, but like we all know, it waits for no one. There with you, Paul. Alright, I'm going to take some quick pics of these floating islands out here. Oh, my hands are freezing. Shut up. Stop. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, I'm just gonna snap a couple of these over here real quick. All right, that's all I need of that. Just wanted to show you guys that. Could see it with my naked eye too. Beautiful. Now I'm gonna change the battery out real quick. Yeah, you can see like underneath them. And they're, well, actually they're not islands. I'm calling them islands for some reason, but it's not an island. There aren't, I don't believe there's any islands along Lake Michigan that way, or even this way for a while. I could be wrong, but I don't know if Lake Michigan has any islands out here. I know there's a big one that is by a bridge, Mackinac, and there's Mackinac Island, kind of like a party island for adults somewhat, but out here there aren't any islands on the south end. Yeah, horizon levitation. So let me get out my other battery. Oh, I'm so glad I came out here and did this. That was just like you said, Chris. Maybe I'll get lucky and catch one of those glares off of one of the buildings. That would be so cool, you said. And man, was it glaring. It lit that thing up. All right. Okay, I'll be right back. Oh, go ahead. Okay, it's off and running, folks. Whew. Yeah, this is beautiful. I can see so well. I don't know how many I can see with my eyes. The Sears Tower looks so cool right now. So many of the buildings look really neat. But like I said, we don't see as much as we saw the other day because that angular resolution is so much lower. clean up this mess a little bit. Get my stuff back in order. Oh, this was so worth it, folks. Thank you all for being here and sharing this with me. Hey, what's going on, Josh? Got some awesome pics, man. Got a building. It was perfect. It was lit up by the sun. It was being reflected back towards us, and I could actually pick it up on my phone. So I know my camera got a really good view of it. Yeah, this should be it was worth it. Now remember, 70, no, it was over, I forget, it's on there on the video. It was up to 80-something% humidity. Oh, no problem, Ryan. We're gonna do this again for sure. We're gonna drive the point home that this isn't a mirage or anything stupid like that. Yeah, it turned out awesome. It really did. I don't see as much as I did last week, but like I said, 80% humidity to 40% humidity. There's going to be a lot more moisture in the air, a lot more just particles and whatnot to block your view, and that's going to make your angular resolution limit just get bigger and bigger, which takes everything at the bottom and just extends it a little bit and blocks off even more. We know this now. This is well understood physics. They can't get around the angular resolution limit. They can't. It's part of it. It's just the way lenses work with a circular aperture. Hey Nathan, how we doing, man? I haven't seen any of your stuff at the convention, what you guys put out yet, but I can't wait. Looks like you guys were all having a lot of fun. Yeah, it was, Chris. It was a giant mirror shining back at us. I'm so glad you, because I was thinking about coming this afternoon, just because the humidity is going to be back down real low, but I wanted to see if I could get that glare. Yeah, if that's north, or wow, east has to be like that way, and that. So that lighthouse is probably almost directly east of me. So Chicago is pretty close to being like right directly east across the lake. Oh, I'm sitting here looking even closer at my face. I'm sorry, folks. That lighthouse right there is like directly east of me. Yeah, there's actually 6 types of diffraction that takes place with the circular aperture. Some of them happen, or not just a circular aperture, but some of it happens around the edges, but it also happens at the Frauenhofer or whatever. But yeah, right along your horizon, where the sky meets the ground like this, eventually, because it doesn't really meet, we all know that, but where it appears to meet, when things get so small in the distance, because everything shrinks, at least opaque objects, solid objects, they will shrink in the distance as they get further away due to perspective. We all know this. Well, once they hit that angle that you can't see anymore, you're not going to see it. So all along the horizon, and things can pop up out of it, but you're not going to see that. That's why buildings and ships and the human eye has a 0.02 to a 0.04, somewhere around there. Actually, it's like 0.016 to a 0.038 angular resolution limit. Let me start this up for a minute. How's the battery looking here? Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to start it up for a minute. But angular 0.03. Yeah, once things get, I mean, if you're zooming in on something with your eye, your pupil is amazing. The little thing that opens up and closes, that's what lets the amount of light in. So when you're just looking at something 20 feet away, it'll be about 0.016. Yeah, the Aries disc. Perfect, Steve. But at 21 feet away, the average human eye with a 20/20 vision is going to see everything up to about 2 millimeters. then anything smaller than 2 millimeters or within that 2 millimeters, you could write something, a word, teeny tiny, in that 2 millimeters, and the human eye cannot read it. That's just how it works. It's just like the buildings. Now, if you had it, I don't know. Now, when you're zooming in and you're focusing on something and trying to look at it far away, our pupils actually get smaller. And that's, see, the way you factor in the angular resolution limit, the actual equation for how they do it, is radians, which is kind of like angles almost, but it has to do with the cosine, sine, tangent, all that kind of garbage. So it's radians equals 1.22, which is 1.22 is the atmosphere of a perfect nitrogen oxygen based atmosphere. When they tested it in a lab, they made sure that the atmosphere was just nitrogen oxygen, and that's what you base your, that's why it gets bigger when there's stuff in the air. So you have your nitrogen oxygen based atmosphere, which is the 1.22, equals lambda, which is your wavelength of light. So whether you're looking at a red light to a blue light, you can, if you want to super fine tune it. But I mean, when you're measuring things in meters and wavelengths of light are in nanometers, red to blue is not going to be that much different. It's still going to be, you know, it's a teeny tiny infinitesimal variable. But the big variable is you divide all of that by the size of your aperture, your diameter of your aperture. So when you're dividing something by, you know, 5 millimeters, which is about our average size aperture of your pupil, and then it goes down to 2.5 maybe when you're zooming in, squinting at something, looking, because what you're trying to do is block out all the outside light and just focus in on that, just like a camera does. When you zoom in on a camera, that's why I was telling people, I was talking with Iron Realm Media on Friday night. Great guys over there, fun, a lot of fun. But and I was explaining to them that when people zoom in with these long range cameras and stuff, you have to be aware that the more you zoom in, the worse off your angular resolution limit is going to be. It's going to get larger because your aperture is getting smaller. That diameter is getting smaller. So you're dividing all of it by a smaller number, making it larger. So when you're taking stuff like this, try to get it to where everything, you can see everything good and it's some, you know, in focus somewhat, but you want to make sure that your f-stop or your aperture is as low as it can be. The lower your f-stop is, the bigger your aperture is. It's like backwards. It's kind of like gauges, the way they do gauges. Yeah, it's kind of like the way they do, the way you find your aperture of your camera size is you take the size of the lens and you divide it by your f-stop. So the bigger the f-stop, the smaller the aperture. Now the Nikons, I know my P610, it only goes up to like an 8. So I don't know. I don't know if, I think it goes down to like a 2. And I've been running it lately at like, I think 5.6 is the setting. But you want to get it to where you can see stuff, but you can always go into your Photoshop or whatever on your camera and you can even zoom in on that. But try not to zoom in too far because you're going to get less of the baseline of all those buildings and boats and stuff like that. It might not be a huge amount, but the more you can see, the better. What is all that stuff up there? Those got to be waves. I'm seeing stuff to the north or kind of the northeast, and there shouldn't be anything up there. I know I'm not seeing that far. That's hundreds of miles, over 100 miles. So I'm just sitting here waiting for this one. I'm just doing another time. I can still see the buildings clear as day. 77%, 80% humidity. Remember, folks, I'm going to actually put that out, put my thermometer back out there on the hood of the car, and we'll see what it what it says. Yeah, right now in the vehicle, it's still at 40%, almost 90% humidity. So I'm gonna set it on just the hood right here and we'll see. Get my poison. I don't drink coffee or anything like that, but I have a hankering for a Red Bull in the morning. I know it's horrible for me. But I'm working on it, you know? I wish I were perfect and did all the things that my brain told me to do. But you know, I'm only human. One of these days I'll get it down to where I'm wise enough. You know, being smart and knowing things is fine, but if you're not wise enough to listen to it, what good is knowing all that information? But yeah, I mean, I can't speak for anybody else, but I'm not nearly as wise as I wish I was. It is what it is, you know? Yeah, you don't want your aperture too big either. Because then it lets in too much light and you'll miss stuff as well. Oh, I can't wait, I'm so excited. I'm going to get my manure today, my horse manure for my garden. It's a very exciting time for me. That stuff is amazing. Oh, I know, but it doesn't have high fructose corn syrup. It doesn't have aspartame, you know. I know. It's my caffeine boost, and I know I shouldn't drink it. I know. One of these days I quit for a while. I quit drinking all caffeine for quite a while. Let's see, what is the... Okay, it's holding strong. Oh yeah, the skyline's very visible, folks. Well, this guy's still out here taking pictures. I'm not sure where he is. Definitely a trooper. Just above 40 degrees. That would be just about 5-6 degrees Celsius. I keep using Fahrenheit, and I forget most of the people probably watching are over in England over there, or Europe somewhere. So yeah, it's about 5 degrees Celsius right now. 40, almost 41 degrees Fahrenheit. I taught my nephew yesterday. I got to go to my niece's soccer game. My nephew is there. I love hanging out with him. But I was teaching him about the different temperatures that burn things and all that kind of stuff. No, I don't put alcohol into my body. The only kind of alcohol I put into my body is pure grain alcohol that is made myself, that goes with my medicines. Yeah, sugar's horrible, Ron. Sugar is one of their main poisons that they've been feeding us for a long time. And if you don't want sugar, then if you can't have the sugar, then they've made even worse things for you, like aspartame and stuff like that. But our human bodies are amazing. They are. And if you give them a lot of what they need, they can take care of so much stuff and clean themselves out. I mean, if you want to call marijuana a drug, then I do drugs. But that's the only thing I put into my body that's golden seal, echinacea root, stuff like that. But no, I don't do drugs. I take medicine. Yeah, aspartame's horrible. I've been screaming that for a long time now. Yeah, you can tell. Wow, it's still so visible, folks. The Sears Tower, you can even see the white peaks on the white antenna on the top of the Sears Tower, and the Sears Tower is like black. And one of them's Trump Tower, and the other one is the Aon building, A-E-N or A-O-N, or something like that. Those are the four tallest ones that you could see. But it was either the Trump or the Aon that was lit up. It was lit up by the sunrise. The sun bounced off it perfectly and shone right back at us. Again, thank you, Chris, if you're still there, man. Awesome. Awesome idea. I wouldn't have probably come out here this morning if you wouldn't have put that in my brain, planted that seed. I would have came out later, and I would have gotten my stuff this morning and did my garden stuff this morning when it was freezing and gone out later. Because tonight I'm telling anybody, if you're around this area, around Lake Michigan, anywhere at the southern tip, it's going to be very dry. The humidity is going to be almost gone, like down in the 30s, which is very low when you're by one of the biggest freshwater bodies of water on Earth. And the pictures are going to be great. I really wish I could be here, but like I said, it's an important time for me to be taking care of my garden and the plants and all that kind of stuff, and it's very important to me. So that's what I'll be doing this afternoon. Yep, that's right, Wobbly. You don't want anything that's going to last longer than you in your body. Crazy. I made so much apple butter. It was in 2013. And I was kind of scared to eat it. But I popped it open. I have a few jars left. And we had this apple fritter bread. It was awesome. I was like, oh, I'll try to put some apple butter on there. And there was no mold on it, so I cracked it open. I ate it. I didn't get sick. But 5 years, 2013. So stuff can last a while when you make it yourself, even, folks. It lasts longer than the stuff because they use all kinds of crazy preservatives. The only thing I'll use sugar and then salt. And those are the only preservatives I've used. Yeah, I can't wait. Well, just wait. The end of the summer, the end of the year, I'm gonna have hopefully at least 15 to 20 of these. And we'll show all the time lapses together. I'll send them all to somebody, so hopefully somebody can yeah, 5 years, Josh. For 5 years, it was 2013. 4.5 years, because it was late in 2013 when I made it. But yeah, it still tasted, it tasted so good. And I always put some cloves into my apple butter, and it gives it that. And some cinnamon. Oh, I love apple butter. But yeah, I do apple butter. I do preserves, blackberries, raspberries, strawberries. I did pear butter one time. Hey, what's going on, Walt? Yeah, I can't recommend using pear butter or making pear butter because I stood there for like 6.5 hours turning that stuff so it wouldn't burn. But there's so much, because what you're doing when you're making preserves, you're pretty much just cooking all the water out of it. And there's so much water in pears. Oh my gosh, it took forever. I'm not gonna say it was worth it, but the taste, oh man, that stuff was so sweet and so it was like a pink color. But yeah, pear butter, very, very good, but pain in the butt to make. And it's still real runny when you're done making it. It's not like the thick pulpy stuff that you get in apple butter. Yeah, the sun, let's see, what time is it? It's only 6:30 here, and the sun is well up. Oh, I'm sitting here pointing at me again. Dirt. I don't even know if you guys can... Yeah, I'd say it's maybe 15 degrees right now. Thermometer still saying 40 with, well, here, we'll point it at it. About 41, 80% humidity out there. Yeah, so it's supposed to drop. The humidity is supposed to drop big time today and be back down in the 30s. And as much as I want to be here, folks, I really did this one too because I want to show everybody that even with 80% humidity, we still see the buildings. It's not like they're gone. Okay? So when we saw it when it was 37 and we're seeing it now when it's 80, what kind of conditions are we going to need to not see these buildings? When is refraction not taking place? Because you can still see a whole lot of the Sears Tower, even though you can't see the bottom little buildings that are all the ones we saw. And actually, you can see some of them. But when is it going to be the conditions where all these buildings go behind the curve like they're supposed to? Yeah, we're going to put this to bed. This whole idea that, oh, blah, 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 you don't see that every day. I wish I could come out here every day. I had a troll. I erase all my troll comments that I get, you know. Yeah, thanks, Anita. But one of them told me, oh, why don't you go out there every day? I guarantee you won't see it every day. And I wanted to tell them, all right, man, you know what? You and your troll buddies put together a GoFundMe or whatever, get together 45, 50 grand. I'll quit my job and I will come out here every single day and I'll do this. And I'll do it for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. You can pick it. I'll give you so many time lapses and blah, blah, blah. But if you trolls really want to get together and prove that this isn't here every day, I'll do it. I'll come out here and do it for you, but you're going to pay me. For you guys, I don't mind doing this stuff, I enjoy it. I love sharing this stuff with you. But I'm not doing anything for any of them. No, not to prove anything to them. We don't need to prove anything to the trolls. Pretty much I do this stuff to give you all that go out there and, make all the great videos showing people and waking up new people. I just this is ammunition. Anybody can use any parts of my videos you want, any pictures I put out or anything like that. If you want, use it. You don't have to ask, nothing like that. I don't care. Yeah, they do. They love telling you, oh, we'll do this and that and this and that. It's like, okay, fine. Then if you want to pay me for my time, I'll come out here every single day and do this. Every day if you want. I'll do it for 8 hours a day. I'll get all kinds of gear with the money you give me, and I'll make it so I can sit out here and I'll do a live stream for 8 hours a day, every day. And you can, we'll do it in the morning and then the afternoon and then the night. In the morning, afternoon, night, however they want to do it. Exactly. Show me the money. You pay me to come out here and do this I would love to be a scientist and just get paid to come out here and make observations like that every day. That's awesome, Ron. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At just 17 miles, you can get 100-foot difference in the atmosphere alone. So this is almost 40 miles, double that. So yeah, you're going to get a big swing in what you can see. Probably 300-400-foot difference. Because even with the eye, the human eye, the angular resolution at this distance, it's only like 140 feet if it was perfect conditions. No, Walt, we're on the same time, man. We are on the same time. We're on Central Time. I believe you're on Central Time. Yeah, Chicago is Central Time. I'm not Eastern. I go one county over to the east and I'm on Eastern Time. But where I'm at, in Indiana, it splits right down the middle of the state. The people on the east side of the state go that way toward, I don't know why. It's got to split somewhere though, I guess. Still very prominent, folks. Yeah, but I cannot wait to show you guys these time lapses as soon as I get done taking this one. I know that one. I had a building, guys. It was lit up by the sun perfectly. As the sun was coming up, it shone on that building and reflected off of it and shone back towards us perfectly. And what I caught was, I even saw it on my phone. But now don't come and park right in front of me. Oh yeah, I gotta take some measurements real quick too. I promised somebody I'd ground here, sitting in the car. I was taking pictures at 55 inches, folks, off of the ground. I'm gonna go measure this concrete block. I'll be right back. There's a concrete block over here he wanted me to measure. And then I'm gonna measure maybe the distance to the concrete block. Yeah, I'm trying to get my camera elevation for a couple of the guys that are running all that stuff. All right, Cosmic, thanks, man. Take it easy. That are running those pictures through all that data and trying to see how far down I saw last week. I'll be right back. Okay, so 55 inches I was off the ground here, and at the at the concrete wall that he wanted me to measure, it was, get this folks, no joke, 33 inches. Ooh, everybody gets scared. 33. But yeah, 33 inches. 55 here. 42 degrees now, still 80% humidity. Yeah, what did you guys play the other night that gave you guys that copyright strike? Yeah, I went to go show my mom me singing the Labyrinth song. And I couldn't pull it up. It said there was a copyright. I was like, oh man. Waves, probably 2.5, 3 feet right now, somewhere around there. Oh. I know, isn't it? Ridiculous. Copyright strikes. You know what I mean? Those guys stole and actually had to pay for in court many years later. Copyright infringements on Led Zeppelin. That's a joke. No offense. I know, I mean, I used to love Led Zeppelin. I used to, like, worship them. But now, you know, the less you learn about your heroes, the better you are off, you know? I mean, you don't want to be idolizing horrible people, but I don't know, the less you know about somebody that like that, you know, somebody famous or whatnot, the better, because you start learning stuff about them. And I'm not saying all famous people are bad, but most of the time, most most of these famous people aren't anymore, you know, they can't do anything special that we can't do ourselves. You know, they're willing to do things, you know, pretty much like sell their soul, do things that that little voice in your head tells you not to do to get where they are. It's like the only way you make that kind of money. And I've seen people that are so talented. I mean, so talented, should blow most musicians out of the water. Just play every instrument, do all kinds of stuff, loves it, goes out and plays all the time, but he doesn't want any. He puts out. And he's never, I mean, he plays around the local towns and stuff. And a lot of it's his own stuff and stuff like that, but he's amazing, just amazing. He'll jam on the piano for a while, then he'll go and pick up a guitar, then he'll go and pick up a ukulele, and, you know, he does all kinds of cool stuff. But he doesn't care about money, and he doesn't care about any of that other crap. And all he cares about is, you know, putting it out there. So these people aren't all that special. They're not. They're just willing to do things to be famous. He wouldn't even start a YouTube channel. He's so anti anything like that. He doesn't have a computer. I don't even think he has a smartphone. He still has his own little shell flip phone. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Well, it's not a metaphor. Next time if I'm up in Lake County up there in Indiana, I'll try and catch one of his shows or something, and I'll try and record it. But yeah, he's just the most talented musician. And it wasn't just music. This guy was like a BMX when he was younger, like a phenom. He could do all those tricks that you would see on all those guys doing. He would bunny hop up onto people's bumpers of their cars, just sitting there, no problem, just whoop. Oh, he was amazing, just an amazing individual at everything he did. And the funniest part is he's a drummer. When he plays in bands and stuff like that, when he goes and hangs out with bands, he drums. And he's an amazing drummer. But it's funny because he plays guitar better than the lead guitarist in any band he's in. And he doesn't know a note. You tell him, you know, play a G chord or this or that or blah, blah, blah. It's like, I don't know that stuff, man. He knows the instrument. It's like, I just know what the noises make. He's like, you play a rhythm to it, and I'll put down and he can do the same thing over and over if you wanted to, you know? Or he'll hear somebody play a guitar solo and just start playing it. Oh, it was so infuriating. Wow, those islands are still over there floating. That's awesome. I'm gonna check this thing. Oh, I think there's a hump there, folks. No, I'm joking. There's no hump there. We all know. Yeah, but I actually saw the buildings of Chicago, at least one of them, Anita, with his cell phone. That just blew my mind. It was illuminated by the sun so much that it just lit it up. How long has it been? It was like 5:45, I think, when I started that one. Oh, we should be pretty close to being done here, folks. Let me go check it, and then we'll look at some time lapse. It's got about 15 minutes. So I'd like to let it go because it does appear to be getting, I don't know, it's looking a little different. There's quite a haze up there. There always is. Even though it's clear, I mean, Northwest Indiana, southern Chicago area. So many steel mills and factories, and the amount of pollution. Yeah, you can thank Bill Clinton for that. They used to get charged like $3 to $4 million a day, these steel mills, for the amount of pollution they were putting out and into Lake Michigan. And Bill Clinton back in the 90s came along and said, oh, well, we're going to make a cap on that to be only $250,000 a day maximum. So now they were trying to watch how much they put in there, and they were being charged $4 million a day, you know, with putting as little as possible in there. Now they dump all they want in there, and a maximum of $250,000 a day, or something like that. Yeah, same here, man. I cannot sing at all. I love to, but as far as carrying a tune, oh, these sandwiches got mushed. I'll eat on the ride home. Mom made me some egg sandwiches for this morning. Gotta love Ma. Always watching out for me. I actually stayed at her house last night because it's closer. It only took me about 40 minutes to get here this morning. Oh, it's so beautiful out here. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for it, folks. As much as I'm ready to get going, and been out here a couple hours now. Beautiful. I actually left my camera sitting out on that thing for a good 20 minutes or so. Maybe even a half hour, until I saw somebody walking that way. Yeah, I usually don't do that. I don't like leaving my camera places, but being out here this early in the morning, it was like 5 a.m., so there's two other people out here, both had cameras, and they were taking pictures. And then the fishermen showed up. Oh, it's beautiful out here. They've actually had, in November, like I was saying earlier, when we get the big gales of November, they call them, or the nor'easters, the wind blowing down the lake. They've had 27-foot waves here on Lake Michigan. That would be a sight to behold. Whenever it happens, though, it's so cold out, and the wind's blowing like 35, 40 miles an hour directly into your face. No, coming out here is, those are warriors that do that. Let me see if I can't zoom in. That is so weird that my camera doesn't pick up any of that. Like, I could see it with my naked eye, great. Yeah, you could surf Lake Michigan, but it would be a little chilly, I bet, when you went to go do it. Right now, the water temp, they have a thermometer out there. At least they claim. I have never seen it. It's about 61 feet down, a mile out off of the pier here. And they said it was 36 degrees. So the air temp and the water temp were pretty close. At least when I got here. I'm gonna have to get a new thermometer for taking water temps. I thought my ground thermometer would be able to do it, but I started getting wet. Waves were coming in, and I started. When it's in the 30s, you don't want to be wet. Oh, I'm so ready, folks. I'm tired. I didn't sleep much last night, believe it or not. I laid down early, but I kept waking up. I didn't want to oversleep. I don't like whenever I got something exciting to do the next day. I always pop up every hour or so. Yeah, I was super excited. Even though I knew it wasn't going to be as good of pictures as last week, I knew I would see it still. I was like, okay, who cares? It's 80% humidity, whatever. We're still going to see it. I mean, I don't know what weather conditions they think it's going to be where we're not going to see it, other than, overcast, cloudy, rainy, foggy, stuff like that. It's not even a question anymore, folks. All right, I'm gonna call it. We're gonna go pull this, take a look at some time lapses. Yeah, camera's been working hard this morning. It deserves a rest now too. I'm gonna let that warm up here. I'm gonna break down my stuff and get my. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, I grew up in, I'm not a big city, but a city. And then I moved out to the country. Yeah, they can send them. They don't like coming to this stuff because they can't debunk it. But I forget what I was saying now. Oh, people out in the country, people I work with and stuff, they've lived out in the countries their whole life. Great people, But some of them are like, don't you kind of get worried being out there all by yourself on Lake Michigan? That early in the morning? It's like, no. Well, there could be people out there and there's nobody out there to help you and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, someone could break into your house when you're at home and there's nobody there to help you, This, I don't understand when people, it's like they get scared because they're in a surrounding that they're not familiar with or something. When in all reality, you can be in danger anywhere. It's not like when you're in a certain place, you're just automatically safe. It took me a while to get that too. That it doesn't matter where you are, you need to be prepared and ready. And I don't come out here unarmed or anything like that. I'm not saying I'm ready for World War III or anything, but I will definitely hold my own out here. I love my collapsible baton. It's like a little sword. Okay. You guys are going to look at these with me for the very first time. That's the one that I just took, but we're going to go back one. Oh, there's the floating land. Oh no! Ah, it got way too bright. No, and those are real quick ones that I just... Oh, that stinks. Oh. That was the one I just did. Man, that stinks. I'm gonna... Oh. Oh, that building lighting up. I didn't get it, folks. It just... I don't know what I did wrong there. I must... Oh, it might have been on nighttime time lapse or something. I mean, you can still see the buildings there, but I really wanted to catch it when it was bouncing off the building. Oh, I knew I should have snapped a couple pictures. Well, we're going to be doing this all summer. Man, that really is kind of upsetting. I wonder if I can... No, the darkness setting. ISO. I had it turned up. Oh, I did a nighttime one. And it just... I didn't think without sunlight it was going to get that... It would block it out that much. The other one turned out pretty good, the newest one, but yeah, I'll pull some pictures out of it. Yeah, I know. I shouldn't have done that stupid night mode crap. Yeah, you live and you learn. That's how it works, right? No biggie. I'll be out here, yeah, I should have done the sunset one maybe, and not the nighttime. The sunset one might have worked better. But we know that it shines off the buildings, and we can see it. If it doesn't do it next week, all right, Chris, take it easy, brother. Yeah, I'll be out here again. We're gonna get that building shining and all that kind of stuff. Oh, that's a little upsetting, but I had fun. Yeah, exactly, Ryan. And I got it on my phone too. You know, I mean, my phone camera actually picked it up, which was cool. So once I'm done doing this, if you go back, I don't know exactly what time it was. Probably about an hour ago. We're right at sunrise. What was it, 5:55? 6:55? No, 5:55 sunrise was, I think. And it's 7 o'clock right now, so about the 1 hour 30-minute mark, somewhere around there. It should... I'll hold up my cell phone like that and you can actually see this bright glare glowing on my phone. And that was one of the buildings. Oh well. We came out here, we saw it. I even got some time lapse that actually still show that you can still see the building, so it wasn't a waste. So yeah, I had fun. I hope you all did too. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me and whatnot. Makes it a lot easier out here collecting this data, having people to talk to and chat with. So I really do appreciate it a lot. Much obliged. And I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna get home. And those of you that know, I will see you later. All right? A few hours here. It's 7 o'clock now. I should be back about 4 o'clock. Or 4 hours. So thank you all for sharing this with me. We're gonna do it again real soon. And y'all take care. This is Good Times for All signing out. As always, thanks for watching.